because she said Bulls, it made me think of South Florida, which is not in South Florida.
You're just firing shots at everybody.
Yeah.
Well, it's an interesting fact about it. It's
every college is shit except for
It's
Tennessee,
in Northwest Florida.
You know, insult facts about most.
That's not insulting. It's just an interesting tidbit.
It is yeah.
It's in Tampa. That's not in South Florida.
Yeah. What do you think about Alabama?
Hate them.
Welcome back to Macrodosing. It is Thursday. It's December 19th, and today's episode is being brought to you by our great friends, our wonderful friends, our beautiful friends over at Game Time. Big T, college football weekend. Look up those prices again. I want to see where they're at to get into the shoe for Ohio State and Tennessee. Big T's going to be watching. You won't be at the game, but you will be on a stream.
Correct. So I think last time we talked, the cheapest ticket was like $160, which was an awesome deal. I can get you into the horseshoe for $104.
$104 on Game Time.
Yep.
Great deal. What are you waiting for? It's a playoff game. It's a home playoff game, the first in the history of the world. Never been done before.
Fourth.
Home playoff game?
Well, it'll be the fourth.
It'll be the fourth at the time.
Correct.
At the time of kickoff.
Ohio State's first.
Ohio State's first. The first weekend of college football playoff home games.
Yes.
You can get in, be a part of history. Game Time's got you covered. They're focused on togetherness this holiday season. When you bring people together at live events, the experience is that much better, and it's the perfect gift. You probably have some friends, family coming into town. Guess what? If you want to take them out to a ball game, there's a lot of football going on. Game Time is the place to go. With their Game Time Picks feature, they're making it easier than ever to get into a game. They filter out all the fluff, and they only show you the incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. If you look at those Ohio State, Tennessee tickets right now, a lot of people from Tennessee coming up, I've heard.
Seems that way.
35%.
Seems that
That's
way.
The early estimations are 35% volunteer fans in that stadium. So if you want to go to any of these games, use Game Time and look at the Game Time Picks feature. The GT Picks, it's the setting at the top of the screen, or you can browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. But Game Time Picks, that's where they show you the best value. What are you waiting for? Get those tickets now. Game Time Picks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and you can use code MACRO and save $20 off your first purchase. Big discount on already the best seats. Promo code MACRO. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code MACRO. $20 off, free $20 in your pocket. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it?
Game time.
Game time.
Ooh. Game Time.
Who?
We nailed that one. Perfect unison.
Where's that from? What up? I forget.
What time is it?
Game time. Who?
I think it was
the Ravens. Was it the Ravens?
Yeah, I think it might have started with the Ravens, and then it probably was in an Under Armour commercial at some point.
Yeah, no, I ain't worried about it. I'm talking about where it originated from. I think it was the Ravens, maybe. And then he did that. When my dog was at, I think it was it.
Arian, were you Under Armour?
I was, yeah.
The click clack commercial. I don't know what year that was. That was probably you were in the NFL for that.
No, that was before I was in the NFL.
But it was when the click clack commercial, the first one, that was so hard.
It was good. Yeah, the cleats going across the concrete.
Yeah.
Then they had that kid on the bus that was firing everybody up. You remember that kid? He was like probably 12, 13 years old, and he was like rocking the Under Armour and like slapping his chest, getting his teammates amped up.
I don't remember that one.
That got me pumped up.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This says it was uploaded to YouTube 14 years ago by Under Armour, which would be 2010, but it might have been before that.
What happened to Under Armour?
They're still going strong.
Strong?
Yeah, got a Made in America. Got a nice plane in Mount Juliet, Tennessee.
Oh, I like that. Good for them.
Yeah.
I purchased stock in Under Armour right after the Steph Curry shoes came out. You remember the?
I wanted them
the
badly
no-shoes?
because the first colorway they did was a Sour Patch Kids, which is one of my favorite candies.
That was the all white ones.
With
then-
like the green and red and yellow.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the original Steph, or maybe they're the Curry 2s.
The first Steph Curry shoe was Sour Patch Kids.
Well, I'm talking about the one that came out. It looked like it was a nurse shoe.
That was 3 or 4. That was after.
Okay, yeah, I got those. They're very comfortable. But I bought the that's what they're trying to do with NBA stars. Market them as comfortable shoes. Sensible, reasonable shoes. But the internet roasted those shoes so badly that I thought there's no way that Under Armour stock is going to stay down. That's just a temporary thing. It stayed down.
So you would have bought this when? 19 or 20?
No. 2016, I think.
Oh. I can only see.
I got it. I think it was $13 a share when I got it.
So in 2016, you bought it at, well, not the alt. So I'm seeing like 30, 25, and it's currently at 877. So yeah, not
taking a bath on it.
Yeah, not what you bought it at, but
I would like for it to bounce back a little bit.
Just hang in there.
It seemed like Under Armour was going to be like a power for a long time.
Why
when Cam Newton won the Heisman?
No.
Instead, they pivoted to selling like shirts that dads wear on vacation with the American flag on it.
Well, see, that's the thing though, is sports brands is always culture based, and so Under Armour never had the pull of anything in the culture, and so people wasn't gonna flock to it, and so they ended up, like you said, they ended up selling a whole bunch of like 4th of July gear.
Yeah, and they started out just as a shirt.
They started out as actual Under Armour, which was fire. Yeah. So like, actually, that was actually revolutionary because when we was growing up, they didn't have like shit to put on underneath the pads. It was like you would put on a shirt. Like the best they had was like a nylon shirt, and it just wasn't the same. It would stick to the body, whatever. But like when Under Armour came out, it was like, this is nice because it's it allows it to move freely, get to breathe your skin. It was amazing. But they started. I think they got too much dip on their chip. I think they just tried to be more than what they was. But it's hard to tackle that Nike monster. Nike is a monster. Like, again, like, so like, culturally, so like the reason why Nike did so good is because they tackled Michael Jordan, right? Big part of the culture. Reebok did that for a hot second, if you remember it. But AI was a revolutionary like figure in basketball because he was so tied to like hip hop and basketball, so it was kind of like an anomaly.
Yeah.
After AI, there was never anything else, and so they kind of just faltered again.
Yeah, they did. But yeah, the Under Armour that you're talking about, they made that one piece. It was like a skin tight shirt, and they did really well. Everybody liked it. It was awesome. And then they started making long sleeve shirts.
Nike copied that shit.
Yep. And they had dry fit. Yeah, the moisture wicking technology. Does moisture wicking actually work? Moisture wicking feels like a scam.
I'll keep it a bean. I've had a bunch of different kind of variants in this stuff. If you work out it enough and actually sweat, it all end up stinking. I think that kind of material takes a little longer, but at the end of the day, it ended up just being funky.
Yeah, I think like a heavy cotton t-shirt, obviously, it'll feel like you're wearing a weighted vest at the end of a long workout.
Yeah.
But I don't think that there's any technology out there that like pulls the moisture out of your skin and then evaporates it.
Yep.
It's a big scam.
I found in a commercial Arian did for Under Armour for the cleats that were called the Attack Speed. And one of the YouTube comments says, this guy ran a 4.640. That's kind of slow.
It's crazy how much football fans are attached to that shit. It's wild.
He had a bad hamstring.
11 years ago, Daryl Robinson. Shout out.
No, not shout out.
No, shout out Daryl.
Well, we hope he's doing well.
I don't hope he's doing well. Fuck him. Fuck Daryl Robinson.
He knows ball. I should get an Under Armour commercial for Attack Speed. I ran a 4. What was it? 4?
You didn't run a 4 anything.
I ran a 4.4.
It's
on film.
20.
It's on film. A lot to talk to you guys about today. That was a weird way to say it. A lot to talk to you guys about today.
You got a little stuck on the.
Yeah, we're doing some pauses. It's like
who should the MVP should have been.
It's like slam poetry. We're doing astrology today. We're going to talk about astrology. Excited to discuss that. We've got some other stuff that we want to get into also.
I'm already 2 cups in on eggnog too, so.
'Tis the season.
'Tis indeed.
Nog up.
Nog up, dogs.
Gets a bad rap. We love eggnog. Respect to eggnog. How much eggnog do you think you could drink? What's the human
Not
limit?
much. See, I mean, I'm 2 cups in, and I had to switch to like regular drink because it feels heavy.
Yeah.
Jerry had to drink like 7 cups last night in a row.
Oh, really?
He throw up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple times.
But it was non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic, but still eggnog.
Yeah.
It's a lot of milk.
It needs a better name. Nog. Nog is not delicious sounding. So we got some stuff that we want to get into before we discuss astrology with you guys. Big T, you sent over the sheet this morning. Some interesting stuff on there. If you're a flat earther, you might want to turn off the podcast right now.
Take another L.
Are you in a space where you're able to receive information that could be detrimental to your mental health? If not, then you can listen. If you are, then proceed. The flat earthers took an L. They went to Antarctica. They took a field trip.
Fun thing to do.
Did they do this like as a team, or was there a non?
So what happened? I mentioned this a while back on the pod. So what happened was there's a dude who has been positing this to flat earthers, like a bunch of the prominent ones on YouTube. Like, so Eric Holder is probably one of the main ones. I forget all the rest of their names, but he was like,
Wasn't Eric Holder Attorney General?
Is it Eric Holder? Eric Dubé. I'm sorry, Eric Dubé.
Thing.
Eric Dubé. That's my fault. Eric Dubé or Eric Dubai. One of those ones. And so he was like, yo, because on their flat earth map, it's impossible for there to be a 24-hour sun, right? It just doesn't work out like that because they think it rotates like this. So in order there to be a place in Antarctica where they see the sun rotating, it would have to be a globe, right? And so all flat earthers reject this and they say it's CGI with the boot. But there's one dude named Jeranism. Jeranism was the dude on the Netflix documentary about flat earthers. He was the one at the end who had another test be proved correct, to where he said, okay, if I hold this light up, and they had these like I think it was wooden planks that had holes in them. And he said, if I hold this light up, they calculated it, and they said if you hold it above your head, I should be able to see the light. But they're saying, okay, I should be able to see the light, period, because the earth is flat. But if you hold it above your head and I see it, that means there has to be some kind of curvature. So they set up the experiment, which is a good experiment, right? And it ended up being proven right. And so at the end of that documentary, he was like, okay, now hold it up. They're on walkie-talkies because it's across the lake. And he holds it up. He says, huh. Well, see, now that's interesting. So he got proven wrong, right? So most experiments that they run, no, all experiments that are good experiments, they get proven incorrect. And so, but it's like a cognitive dissonance thing. They just don't want to believe it. And so he was still going on about his flat earth stuff. And he's like, there was something wrong with the test, yada, yada. And finally, there was dudes like, cause it's like tens of thousands of dollars to take these dudes to Antarctica. All these dudes were like, nah, you're trying to set me up. Nah, you trying to get me to yada, yada. You working with that. They just didn't trust him, right? And he was like, y'all are just scared. And so finally, Jeranism was like, I want to prove this shit to be true or not true. Went down there, video. He filmed the whole thing, and he was still a little reluctant to admit it, but he was like, that there is a 24-hour sun here. And he's like, they're going to call me a shill. They're going to call me this. They're going to call me that. And sure enough, that's exactly what's happening. People in the flat earth community are excommunicating Jeranism. But I want to give a tip of the Santa cap to Jeranism, because you stood on business, doggy. You stood on business. You was looking for your truth and you found it. I don't know if you're going to accept it, but you admitted that there was a 24-hour sun.
Yeah, so I remember you talking about that guy, the Jeranism guy. The video that Big T dropped to us, I think is that a recent video? Like the footage just came out?
I think it's from, like yesterday. Or the
because,
day before.
I think they did it, another guy did it in the dead of winter on the longest day, or one of the longest days. And if you read the replies to it, it's awesome. It's just people being like, that doesn't prove anything at all. People making 3D models showing, like, I saw one where it had like 5 different Earths, and then showing how like the sun, like 5 different suns, and how they're revolving around these different Earths, and how this could actually be. They probably spent like 3 weeks making these models of having the Earth not be round. It's pretty fascinating. This one person says, tell me again how far away the sun is. 93 million miles. Yeah. No, it's not. There's your proof right there. And then somebody said, no, but the sun is really, really big. That's why you can see it. And then she goes, yeah, but 93 million miles is really, really far. So there's some good discussion going on in there. Stephanie, Saint Noel 1966 says the realm we live in is flat. But whatever we look like beyond that is up to God, because no one has ever been up there. I think we look like a snow globe, but with much more beneath us. But Stephanie, you just said that the realm that we live in is flat. How could it be like a snow globe? I don't get it.
Half dome is what they say.
Yeah.
So it's like half a circle, or I'm sorry, half of a sphere.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess so. But a lot of snow globes are just full spheres, aren't they?
Yeah, but they'll say it's like, okay, the Earth is flat, and then there's a dome, which they call a firmament, that's over it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so all the celestial things in the sky, everything celestial, is circular and spherical, except for the one we live on. It's a fucking half sphere.
One person is saying, I'm always suspicious about things in Antarctica. How come the world isn't fighting over it? Why do we just let it be there? That's a fair point.
Because it's cold. Nobody wants that shit.
You don't think property values down at the South Pole are like, I feel like location. You got a spot that's 24 hours of sun.
Trash.
It's also very, very hard to get to the South Pole.
That would fuck up your circadian rhythm.
Yeah. What does this do about Australia? Because some people think that Australia doesn't exist. Some people think that
I've heard that one. I've heard that there's no straight flight from, I think it's South America to Australia. It's one of those. It's one of those South American countries. I forget which one though. But they're saying that there is no flight that exists, and people always like give them the flight, and they're like, "Nah, this is not real."
Yeah, it's hard to have these arguments. It's hard to argue with people that they keep like evolving their hypothesis about what the Earth actually looks like. And in a weird way, they're like, I guess they're creative.
Yeah, if you're just handing out participation medals for sure.
Yeah, maybe. I might just be doing that. This person says, this is NTT Fred. It's not Antarctica. Don't forget the Antarctic Treaty. I don't know what he means about that. I think that's what is that?
To my, it would have to. I'm going off memory here, but to my knowledge, the Antarctic Treaty was something that says, basically that we can't war over it. Like we had like countries saying like this is kind of like neutral ground, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just look it up. So I ain't.
But I'm familiar with that. But then how does the Antarctic Treaty prove flat Earth? What part in that equation are they saying like this is the international community? All of us agreeing that we shouldn't go there because if people go there, they'll find out the truth.
Yep, it says the Antarctic Treaty is an agreement that establishes Antarctica as a demilitarized zone for peaceful purposes and scientific researches. So, but they use that as so you have to have clearance to get there because it's dangerous, right? So you do have to go through some kind of clearance to get there, and they use that as the nobody's allowed there, which is not true. Yeah. They have excavations. They have like missions and stuff like people go there all the time. It's just you have to get clearance. But these motherfuckers is like nobody's allowed there.
You know where the real proof is? Inside a volcano. They tell you it's super hot and that you shouldn't go there, but that's what they want you to think.
Mm-hmm.
Volcanoes are actually really, really nice, and that's where they tell you the secrets to Scientology.
Yes.
Go check it out.
Go check it out.
Yeah, don't believe me? See for yourself. It is a very funny video, though. Sometimes I do think this way, though. What if I'm wrong? I'm so confident that the Earth is round. Am I the bad guy?
If it's flat, you're the bad guy.
Am I Dunning-Kruger effect? Do I think I'm so smart because I know that the Earth is round and one day I'll just completely be disproven and then I'll have to look back and feel like an idiot?
It's possible. Very unlikely.
It is not possible.
Now I'm starting to talk myself into flat Earth.
Too much of our known circumstances rest on the fact that we know it's a globe. Too much. GPS.
Yeah, GPS is a good one.
GPS. Eclipses. How can an eclipse happen on a flat Earth? Seasons. Why do seasons change?
The sun takes a different path. I don't know.
I mean, it'll make no sense.
No, none of it makes any sense at all.
Yeah.
None of it does. But it would be awesome if Elon would just take one flat earther up into space each year. When he starts his like space tourism thing.
Yeah, and
there should be a lottery. A lottery. And you need to document a history of being a flirter. And then if you win the lottery, then Elon gets to take you up and you have to go back and be honest about what you saw.
But that's the thing though, is all these motherfuckers are so deluded that when one of the trusted sources that they always watch, Jerem was a big YouTuber. Like he's prevalent in the field. He goes up there and says, "Yeah, it's true. It's his 25-year son." All his people are saying, "Oh, he compromised now." He compromised.
Yeah, they dropped the bag off for you.
Yeah, man. You just come to grips with not everybody's playing with the same deck of cards, man.
No, hypothetically, if you were part of the global conspiracy Illuminati that was trying to, put forth the flat Earth theory, when in fact if you're trying to put forth the round Earth theory, while you know for a fact that it's flat Earth, and you're trying to delude the entire world into thinking that it's not flat, how much money would it be worth to the most prominent YouTuber out there that was exposing your secrets? What kind of bag would they need to drop off?
Mr. Beast would drop off.
No, but no, the other way around. So like, so this guy, what's his name again?
Jeranism.
So Jeranism at the top of the flat Earth power rankings, one of the most prominent voices. If you are, I don't know, like the Vatican Church, and you're like, I need to throw people off the trail. I need to get rid of Jeranism and pay him off. How much money would you be willing to pay Jeranism to flip him?
If I'm actually keeping this secret?
Yeah.
You got to do a blank check. Vatican got bank.
Yeah. It's got to be billions.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
who do you guys think is the head of the global Illuminati right now?
Jay-Z.
Yeah, probably Jay-Z.
No, but Jay-Z's like falling now.
No, he's not. Did y'all see the shit that came out?
I did, yeah.
This is why I didn't have an opinion on it, because it's like there's a lot of moving parts, and still I don't know, but the evidence is coming out. The lady that made the alleged claim is now backtracking on some of the details, and it's muddying the waters. So allegedly, she had originally said that she was in some city in New York, but it was a 5-hour drive from there to New York City. Right.
Yeah.
So she had a 20-year-old friend that drove her 13-year-old self to New York City. Right. That friend has since died. Right. So we can't corroborate the story. But she said she drove her to New York City, left her 13-year-old friend by herself in New York City. Right. To then somehow watch the VMAs on a Jumbotron. And at the time, and this again has all been disproven, there was no Jumbotron at the time. The person that she said it alleged she talked to get in Diddy's cahoots, that person was on tour somewhere else at the time. Her dad then came out and said, I don't remember picking her up afterwards, which means her dad would have to drive 5 hours from that same city back to the city. Like, I've taken a lot of drives. If I drove somewhere to go pick up my 13-year-old daughter, and she called me from a gas station, I'm gonna remember that drive. I'm sorry, right? He says I don't remember taking that drive. And she had done an interview on I think it was I don't want to misrepresent the network, but so it's looking like a lot of her claims are they're starting to fall by the wayside because it's the evidence is not on her side. Now she still claims that what happened, but all the circumstances leading up to and afterwards, that all has kind of fallen apart, and it's been kind of quiet in the news because everybody loved blood. It's not looking good for the claim. Now, like I said, I'm gonna continue to, as the news comes, I'm gonna read it objectively. But that's suspect.
If this had made its way to trial in the civil litigation, she would have been just picked apart
More than likely,
by the defense with these claims. And yeah, it would have been probably thrown out. I don't know how it works in court.
More than likely, what it's looking like is it was a cash grab from the lawyer, and that lawyer has been known to do that in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Not take this as you will, I don't know, but that was the same lawyer that was hired for a lot of the Deshaun Watson allegations as well. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's false. All I'm saying is like he's known to take a lot of these cases to try to defame famous folks. So there's a lot to unpack there, and I'm just kind of waiting for the details.
All right. Yeah, it's been interesting. People, for whatever reason, Jay-Z is very, very polarizing these days. So people are like waiting on his downfall. And
I don't know if you remember this, PT, but it's kind of always been like that. So back when YouTube was like in the early stages, back when the Black Album came out, I think it was 2001, 2 or something like that. There was like this rumor going around that if you played his records in reverse, it was like I forget what track it was. Lucifer. He had a song called Lucifer that Kanye produced, and if you played it backwards, he was saying 666, right? And so that was you know how the YouTube back in the day was. That was very prominent, and so it's been out there for a while that Jay-Z has sold his soul to the devil and all those kind of rumors. He even acknowledged it on there was a Rick Ross track in 2014. It's called "The Devil Is a Lie," and he said, I'm gonna paraphrase because I don't remember exactly how I said it, but he said, it got to be Illuminati. Like if I'm rich, like it can't just be because I'm good at what I do. And he was kind of like, this is what y'all do. And so the Illuminati rumors have been circulating for a long time, decades.
The sell your soul to the devil thing, that's an old trope. That goes back. I mean, I don't know if any of the classical composers ever got accused of doing witchcraft or anything like that, but I know the Beatles were accused of it. Like everyone thought the Beatles were satanic. Robert Johnson, the blues musician, the legend was that he sold his soul to the devil at the crossroads, gave him the ability to play guitar. Throughout the 70s, 80s, 90s, if you were a big rock band, you're goddamn right you weren't anybody until you got accused of being satanic. That's how you knew that you made it.
Let's say hypothetically it's true. What does the devil do with said souls?
He cashes them in after you die.
I mean,
also,
what does he do?
He gets to keep you.
Like in a jar or like what?
Yeah, I think so. Like in a mason jar.
And you just be sitting, you be chilling.
Yeah, and he's like, look at this. This is I got all of Aerosmith over here on this. Pretty cool, huh? Not bad. Here's Elvis. Put on a concert. Put on yep. Fact.
Elvis was a legit pedophile.
Jerry Lewis too.
Which one's Jerry Lewis?
Jerry Lee Lewis, I should specify. Didn't he do Great Balls of Fire?
Did he?
I want to say he married his like 13-year-old cousin.
Damn.
Yeah.
Double whammy
on that one. Now, if you're believing in the whole sell your soul to the devil to become famous thing, don't you think there would be a fuckload more famous people?
Yeah, that would take that bet.
Yeah, if you were to poll just like the entire population of Earth, you get fame, fortune, riches beyond your wildest desires. All you have to do is sign a contract with the devil. I feel like 35%, maybe 50% of people would take that bet.
I would argue in the last 15 years, the number of people who are famous has increased by hundreds of percentage points.
That is true.
So
maybe the devil, he got real busy recently.
I mean, you said, wouldn't there be way more famous people? There are way more famous people.
So he was biding his time until the internet came.
Yep.
to really let's push these contracts out. It's time to.
So the devil invented the internet.
Some could say.
The devil is Al Gore.
Correlation versus causation.
Yeah. I sold my soul to the devil.
Oh shit.
I did.
I had a numeral. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, deal with it. He came to me one night in Austin, Texas, and he was like, "Don't you wish that you weren't selling used dogs?" I was like, "More than anything, Mr. Devil." He's like, "It can all be yours. You can do a podcast." I was like, "What's a podcast, Mr. Devil?" He's like, "Wait, You'll see. He was right. He was right.
Damien.
Lucifer. Beelzebub.
I had a dude. What are they called? The numerologist. He was on my head on Twitter for years. He would just always tweet me and said, "I know you sold your soul. I know you sold your soul." And then finally I engaged him with it. I was like, "What are you talking about, bro?" And he like broke down how like all my stats were like lined up, like, and it was like he did it, and I was like, that's actually pretty impressive how you pulled this together. It's funny. He like my name, you know what I'm saying? My name had a certain amount of digits which matched with my career yardage, something like that. It was pretty impressive. I ain't gonna lie.
I would like to see those stats.
I'll see if I can pull it up. I don't remember what he said.
See if you can't look that up. Big T, would you sell your soul to the devil?
No.
$5 billion.
No.
$5 billion? Oh, okay. How about this? How about this though? $1 trillion.
That would crash the economy. It'd be worthless.
$1 trillion. Without and it's a promise that it wouldn't crash the economy.
No, I'm doing fine.
Okay, so here's the moral conundrum that you could find yourself in. The devil gives you $1 trillion and you sell your soul and you use it to cure homelessness.
I don't think that's a moral conundrum.
You sold your soul. You sold your soul to cure hunger. That's absolutely a moral conundrum.
No, you don't do that.
You don't sell your soul?
No.
So would God look at you as a good guy or a bad guy for that?
I can't answer that.
I would say you're low-key better than him because he didn't do it.
Because then if he valued one individual's soul over the well-being of all of his creations on earth, what does that mean?
I think this is a ridiculous notion.
I think it's an interesting conversation. Yeah, Big T doesn't like ridiculous notions.
He hates those.
My least favorite type.
Yeah. Big T also sent over that Jerome Powell, chairman of the Federal Reserve, turns out that he's a big Call Her Daddy fan.
Yeah.
So what's the story?
Alex Cooper was somewhere, and I guess there was some guy who kept wanting to meet her or something, and she was like, "Who is that guy?" And somebody said, "That's Jerome Powell. He's the chairman of the Fed."
That's awesome. Now, does you think like he's got kids that listen to her show?
I don't know.
Because we get that sometimes from older people. They're like, "Hey, I don't know who you guys are, but my sons are big fans. They want a picture."
He has 3 children, 2 of which appear to be girls.
That's probably it. It's like I want my daughters to be like, "Oh, Dad, that's so cool."
Cooper spoke at the New York Times Deal Book Summit. Who was that person that really wanted to meet me? She asked of one of several publicists on hand. It was Jerome Powell, the chair of the Federal Reserve. Quote, "He's a huge fan."
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I hope that he's a fan of like the old school Call Her Daddy too.
2018 Call Her Daddy.
Yeah,
not since it went woke.
Yeah, when shit was popping off back in the day.
All my daddies, welcome to the show today, Jerome Powell.
That would be a great episode.
If Kamala can go on.
Who was because there was a meme on TikTok of someone doing that, and it was someone pretty similar. It's like, "Welcome to Call Her Daddy."
Like Nancy Pelosi?
Yeah, but it was somebody more obscure than that, and it was like Jerome Powell level.
I think it was the SNL skit they did.
Yeah, it could have been.
The blonde girl.
Oh, it was Secretary of Housing Alejandro Mayorkas.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. I think he's housed at whatever his job is.
Homeland Security, right?
Something, yeah.
Yeah, his name to me, whenever I hear Mayorkas, I think that it's like a vacation island somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Also, a Big T sheet that he sent over, Cody Bellinger, his wife, is Giancarlo Stanton's ex-girlfriend, and Cody Bellinger has just been traded to the Yankees, so he's now teammates with Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, Arian, how would that be handled in a locker room if a guy just got traded to the team and his wife is the ex of another teammate?
It depends on their relationship and their level of maturity. Like, if it was like on some shicey shit and you did it behind my back, it's probably funk. Off top, it's gonna be funk. But if y'all divorce and she sought safety net elsewhere. That's life, man. Y'all chose to break up, and people move on.
Do you think the Yankees talked to him before they did it?
I don't think they knew.
Yeah, that's kind of irresponsible, and they have.
I think it was pretty well known because people immediately, when he got traded there, that was the story.
Yeah, but do you think that Brian Cashman knows?
He has to. It's his job to know stuff like that.
Does he have a no trade clause?
Who, Stanton?
No, Bellinger.
I don't know.
Because maybe he could have said like,
I would assume not.
I'd rather not go to the Yankees. Things are it's gonna get weird. It's gonna be funk.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he walks in on the first day and they dap each other up and like, who knows? I don't know.
Eskimo Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is Eskimo Brothers?
When you and somebody else have experienced the same individual.
Oh, I had a big family.
Yeah, you do. All right, what else do we want to get into today before we talk about astrology?
I would say there's a few things. There was a Russian vaccine that supposedly helps cure cancer, eradicate it by like 70%. That's out. American scientists are skeptical. They said trials are set to when they expect to be out. Let me see. So there's patents from early 2025, but there's no data on it. There's no peer-reviewed data on it. And so it's publicly known right now, but that's kind of I don't hate it. I would like them to release the data on it so we have some peer review on it. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
No, it's against all cancers?
Let's see. The vaccine developed by Gamaleya National Research Center reportedly reduces malignant tumors by more than 70% in a short time and equips the body to recognize and destroy cancer cells. However, detailed clinical trial data and peer-reviewed publications are currently lacking. The vaccine is expected to enter clinical trials in mid-2025 involving patients with oncological there you go, diseases. Holy shit, 3 cups in. I mean, to me, okay, so I know a lot of this shit can be like foo-foo, but to me it's like it ain't gonna hurt to dip in this. You know what I mean? If they feel like it's something, like let's explore it. It's not gonna hurt to explore this.
I just don't know how one vaccine could prevent all forms of cancer. There's so many different types of cancer.
It's not saying it prevents all cancers. It's saying that it can reduce malignant tumors by more than 70%. So it's like radiation, to my knowledge, doesn't get rid of cancer, right? It just helps shrink and kill the cancer cells. Mm-hmm. And recognize. And I guess this vaccine is saying it can recognize cancer cells, which are cancer is basically just rogue cells that don't die. And so I don't know, I'm a scientist, but to my knowledge, it wouldn't be bad to dip into. Like I mean, what would be the point of this global pump fake? Like, what is the
some good press for Russia
because of Ukraine?
Oh yeah, just the whole deal.
Okay. So this gonna set off another Cold War?
I don't know.
This might be good though. Shit. 'Cause the last Cold War standoff, it landed us on the moon. So
true.
Fuck it. Let's go again. Let's cure cancer.
Arms race. Yeah. How much would that be worth to a private company? Cure for cancer.
I'm on the Jonas Salk side of that.
What?
Jonas Salk developed the first vaccine for polio, and when asked, and he sold it. I think it was either free or for like $1 or something silly. He just gave it out. And they said, well, why wouldn't you profit off it? He said something to the likes of, and I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, the sun is for everybody, something like that. And he's like, this is to cure and help people. And so people always talk about big pharma. To me, that's it. I don't think you should sell medicine. I think medicine should be free.
Well, yeah, but realistically, how much would it be worth? That's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, the nice thing to do would be to prevent billions of deaths.
I would say nice, the rational thing.
Yeah, the morally correct thing to do would be to get it as far and wide as possible. But how much would it be worth to a pharmacological company?
Really?
Name your price. Yeah.
A trillion. Like it's insane.
Yeah. There's a tweet that I want to talk about. Big T brought it up before we started taping, so we can discuss it here. It's from Tyreek Hill, wide receiver from the Miami Dolphins. He tweeted out earlier today, "It's time for me to go, coach."
Maybe just a song lyric.
What do we think about that? Is it, "It's time for me to go, coach," or is it, "It's time for me to go, coach"?
Tired of flying on first class.
Oh, there you go. I didn't think about it that way. I think he might have meant like in the Teddy Bridgewater, Mike Vick sense of the term.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like.
Like, I'm going to go be a coach.
Yeah.
I don't think he was telling Mike McDaniel, "It's time for me to go."
No, I was having this conversation with my homeboy. There's not. Maybe you could. You're probably better at this than me, but I couldn't. And both of y'all actually. I couldn't think of like prominent NFL free agents that went to obscure cities like a Green Bay or a Minnesota. Like usually, like big free agents go to like warm weather climates.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm sure there's one or two examples, but the majority of them leave and go to somewhere like nice.
New York.
When's the last like big free agent that went to like a New York?
Aaron Rodgers?
Well, he wasn't a free agent. He got traded, but
yeah.
he wanted to be traded to New York.
This doesn't really count because it was going to play with Tom Brady, but was Randy Moss a free agent or did he get traded?
He got traded.
He wanted he got traded?
He got traded from Oakland, yeah. Free agents.
I'll be trying to think, and like it racks my brain. I'm like, because it's not like basketball. Basketball is like what? Because they got monopoly money, so you can get it anywhere. And so, but like football, it's like it's very rare that you go to like an obscure city.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice went to Oakland, but that was the very end of his career.
LeBron went to Cleveland.
We're talking about football.
In football. I don't know. I can't think of one right now. I'm sure there are some examples.
Yeah,
like
I'm sure
older guys that are like ring chasing.
Well, I was saying like
Reggie.
Kansas City. Like who's gone to Kansas City?
Nobody. He's throwing the pedestrians still.
Reggie White went to Green Bay. I don't know if that was a trade or not.
He was at Philly, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a trade. Did he go there from free agent?
I don't know if it was a trade. Josh Jacobs, running back from Las Vegas, went to Green Bay this offseason, though.
And that was a free agent.
It was free agency. Not necessarily a superstar, but a good running back.
Reggie White is listed on here as the #1 free agent signing of all time by the Packers.
Yeah, but it's rare. That was my point. This was rare.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. GOAT.
Brett Favre did it twice.
Yeah.
Went to the Jets, then he went to the Vikings. But there were maybe some trades in there. I don't know. So, yeah, I don't think that Tyreek Hill is saying it's time for me to go. Although he hasn't caught a pass over 30 yards since week 1, I think. Pretty crazy.
Just got to get arrested again. He'll be all right.
Yeah, it's true.
Can we give it up real quick?
Yep.
For the greatest contract ever given out. Kirk Cousins, 14 games, $90 million. Give it up. What a win. What a win for him.
Nice job, Kirk. All time, he's the best bag getter.
It's as simple as that. Soundboard on this podcast.
Meow, meow, meow.
It is.
All that.
He's made so much money.
And
we played it perfectly.
We've talked about this at the time and throughout, but like people will look back. They gave a 35-year-old 6 months off Achilles surgery, $180 million, 90 guaranteed. Drafted a quarterback a month later, and then benched the guy that they gave the $180 million to 14 games in. It's incredible. Even for the Atlanta Falcons, it's so amazing. I think it's hysterical.
But how much better is it that you have Michael Penix now? Like,
yeah, I
draft
mean,
night-
shit. They said we had to draft him because we'd be so good for the next 4 years that we wouldn't be able to draft
Yep.
one. I guess great call.
Well, kind of right in this situation. The Falcons are going to finish
yeah, I mean, you couldn't draft one this year.
probably anywhere between like 7 and 9 wins, I would guess, for the Falcons.
Yeah.
Couldn't draft a quarterback at the top of the list this year. Maybe the Penix thing we laughed about on draft night, because it is ridiculous that you give a quarterback that much guaranteed money as a free agent and then you draft his replacement immediately thereafter. But you'd rather have him than not have him right now.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what he's got.
So, yeah, me and Big T, showdown. I think that's week 17.
Yeah, not this week, but next week.
Prime time.
Yeah, Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football, Falcons Commies.
Do you think that was part of they knew that Penix was going to become the starter? Because they announced that before the Falcons announced that Penix was taking over.
I don't know, because there was an official website related to the NFL where I believe they listed Penix as being like the prominent like star to key in on. I'm gonna have to look up and see where I saw this online.
Oh, interesting.
But there was something that came out like maybe 15 minutes before the actual announcement, so somebody had it, but I don't know how they would have it or what the name of that website was. But yeah, they might have known that. Goodell might have just gotten on the phone and be like, "Hey, just be level with us."
What if he's awesome?
I think he might be good.
I mean, he's old enough to be his 4th year in the league. He ought to be good.
I think he might be
Doesn't
really
always
good.
correlate.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, we're talking about him. I mean, obviously it's going to be his first start, but he is like 25.
I remember Brandon Whedon's rookie year was like 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Was he a first-round pick?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
For my boys.
But it's the right move for the Falcons.
Yeah.
It probably took some balls.
So do they just cut Kirk this offseason and keep him as the backup?
You'd have to find a place to trade him. I don't think that you can pay a backup. You can try to
You've got
trade
to pay him either way. I guess you trade him for nothing.
Deshaun.
No.
They wouldn't.
You can't do that.
I mean, they wanted Deshaun.
Godless for godly. I've said it before.
They wanted him. They wanted him this offseason.
I might buy, when they go on sale, I might buy a Kirk Cousins Falcons jersey just as a conversation piece.
Yeah. Remember that era?
Yeah. And he had a 3-game run there where it was like, holy shit, Kirk Cousins is back. And then just off a cliff.
I don't know if he's healthy.
I don't think he is. The first game of the year, he could barely move. And then he got marginally better.
Yep.
But, like, I mean, he's not playing his best.
Okay, if it was the website was NFL GSIS. I don't know what that means.
What the
It's
hell
an
is
official NFL website for media to gather stats and info.
Interesting. So they had the scoop.
I think I mixed this up. They had the scoop that Falcons Commanders would be Sunday Night Football before it was announced.
Okay. I do think the NFL knew, though.
Yeah, because that's a weird game to flex there.
I mean, because it's a big game for the playoffs, but I mean, that gives it a little more juice.
Yeah. Meaningful football in D.C.
He gets the Giants this week, I think, and then massive game with the Commies.
Big game coming up. We're going to have to figure out something to bet on it, Big T.
I don't know about that.
You don't believe?
Well, I mean, they're on the road. They'll be a touchdown underdog.
Yeah, what's the spread in advance? If nothing major happens, no big changes, I would say Commanders, I think it's probably going to be like 5.5.
I think it'll be closer to 7.5.
We'll see. If we beat the Eagles this weekend, then yeah, it probably would be, but I don't think that we are. I think we're going to get smoked by the Eagles. I think the best bet of the week. I would never take it, but I think the best bet of the week is the Eagles. Was it 3.5 now, I think?
So they'll be 9-6. Falcons should be 8-7.
Yep. Football. We love it this time of year. So today's episode of Macrodosing, before we get to astrology, it's being brought to you by Steven Singer Jewelers. Steven has the most beautiful, best value, real natural diamond studs anywhere. You can choose a great pair of Anita diamond stud earrings starting at just $298. Christmas is next week. Don't miss out on the #1 gift from Steven Singer, diamond stud earrings. Steven makes it so easy to buy real diamond jewelry for someone that you love. Their real diamond studs are flawless to the eye, near colorless, and they come with his unbeatable full value lifetime trade-in. You can trade up your diamond studs at any time, receive exactly what you paid towards a larger pair. Steven also has the best guarantee in the business. 100 days, 100%, no hassle money back guarantee. Don't wait any longer. This is your last chance to get the number one gift, Anita Diamond Stud Earrings. Go right now to IHateStevenSinger.com and order with free shipping to arrive in time for Christmas, or you can visit Steven's showroom at the other corner of 8th Walnut in Philly. Buy real diamonds from a real jeweler that you can trust. Steven Singer Jewelers. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. You guys want to talk astrology?
I do want to talk astrology.
Is astrology real? Care to debate?
Yeah. I'll take the no side.
Okay.
If everyone wants to take the yes side.
I tend to take the it's real to me, damn it side.
Okay.
Because I think astrology has some use. I think
I'm listening. I'm open. What use does it have?
It's you learn constellations.
Okay. Okay.
You learn your months of the year.
Okay.
You make friends with other crazy people. This part's actually real though. This is what I think the real use of astrology is. I think it allows people to examine their own lives in ways that they normally wouldn't. So if they read
like self-reflective.
Yeah, if you read something about yourself in an astrology chart, you think critically about yourself and your relationships. Now, it might be giving you bad advice, or it might be like steering you in a weird direction, but you still spend more time thinking about what you're doing and the reasons why you're doing them than you would if you had never even looked at it.
I'll grant you this, man.
But it can also fuck things up.
It's weird. I think as a dater, it's like top 5 things that gets brought up first.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, what's your sign? And that's my exit usually. But yeah. It's rare that I be somebody like that like we vibe up top, but yeah, it gets brought up far too often. And I usually just fuck with people. So I'll be like, all right, I'm a Sagittarius. They're like, oh yeah, you know what? You kind of yeah. And
I
then,
can see that.
And then later on, I'll switch it. Like, I thought you said it's Sagittarius. Yeah, no, I was just fucking with you. I'm actually a Leo. Like, oh, that's such a Leo thing to do.
What percentage of people, women in particular, do you think genuinely believe in this stuff to the point that like, oh, we won't work out.
I think
Cancer.
60, bro. I think it's 60.
60's high, but it's not
60,
zero.
Bro.
Oh, I know it's not zero, but I really hope it ain't 60 either.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I would.
Because I run into so many
10.
people. It's not just women; it's dudes too. I run into so many people who I'll be like, "Yo, that's just bullshit," and they're like, "What?" They look at me like I'm crazy.
Dudes?
But so many people think this shit is a thing. So many people. Because how many times would be like, what's your sign? It happens a lot.
I don't even know.
Big T, this will drive you crazy. Back in 2006, the coach for the French men's soccer team, he was a guy named Raymond Domenech. And in prep for the World Cup, he's getting his roster together. And this guy was a huge astrology guy. Believed in it, loved it, and he used astrology to make roster decisions for the World Cup.
Did no one step in and do something about that?
No one stepped in and did anything about it. It was a shit show at the World Cup. Robert Perez, I think that's his name. He was Scorpio, and he played for Arsenal at the time, I think. Maybe he played in Spain. He was like a world-class soccer player. Got left off the roster because he was a Scorpio. And they're like, yeah, I can't work with Scorpios. He really liked having Leos in defense.
Yeah,
so
got to. Strong, you know.
Strong. He said, when I've got a Leo in defense, I've always got my gun ready, as I know he's going to want to show off at one moment or another. He had a bunch of Leos on his team. Oh wait, no, he didn't like Scorpios, so he hated Scorpios. And he said with Leos, he did not like having Leos on his team. I know he's going to want to show off at one moment or another and cost us.
So
yeah,
true.
guys, sorry. Henri's sitting today. He's a Sagittarius.
Yeah, that would drive you insane, wouldn't it?
Yes,
If the U.S. soccer coach was leaving guys off the roster because of like the stars.
Well, we had a coach leaving guys off for dumber reasons than that. So
That's true. The argument could be made with Greg that he should have paid more attention to his stars.
good one.
Right?
Yeah,
Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm talking Gio Reyna. Maybe play the guy.
totally.
Yeah, that would drive me
We got a
absolutely
good
nuts.
one now.
He's right about the Leo, though.
Okay, go on.
No, they're very self-centered people.
So what month is that?
That's July 20th to August 20th.
So everyone born in
Do y'all know
Late
these off the
July.
top of your
No,
head?
that's the only one I know.
Most of them I do. I really just know the ones who I have people in my life that are those.
like general traits.
Yeah, it's like I know my friends and like my family.
My man's gave me a book in college, and he was so convinced of this shit. Like, it was like all on astrology. And so he was like, read yours. I was like, I'm gonna read mine. I specifically went to a whole nother one. I read it, and as I'm reading it out loud, he's like, see, is that not you? I was like, no, nigga, it's ain't me at all. It's the opposite joint. This is a Cancer. I'm a Virgo.
Mackenzie, while you were gone, I asked what percentage of women do you think genuinely believe this stuff, not only about themselves, but also like, oh, I can't date this guy. He's a Cancer. We're not going to work.
Well, I think those are different things. Like, I think an extreme is saying, I can't date this guy, but believing it like in yourself, I think is higher.
No, I'm asking
percentage.
particularly about like,
The first one.
yeah,
Like how many people believe it, or about dating the guy.
dating other people.
Oh,
I said like maybe 10. I don't think it's a lot.
yeah, I was gonna say 15 to 20, maybe.
Yeah.
20,
60 is,
20's getting to be high.
60 is a crazy number. It's not far.
If it's one out of
That's
every
an
5
extreme.
women,
That's an
a
extreme.
lot.
It's not 1 in every 5. That might have been high.
I think it's high, man.
That's an extreme.
I think
That's,
I think there's
crazy.
a spectrum as to like how
Yes.
much they believe is true, but I think
Yes.
the vast majority of people, the majority of people believe that your star sign is somehow correlated to how you are as a human being. I do believe that.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's
That's
what
what
I'm saying.
people believe. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The majority.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
say
I agree with
I say 6%. Like that's why the sign. What's your sign? That is one of the most prevalent questions I get, man or woman. Like,
Yeah.
what's your sign? And it is amazing how many people I come across who do that shit. And
I would
it's
also
purely anecdotal, but
I would also hope that some people are just asking that as a pure conversation starter and like something to talk about
let me see
and
if
not
there's
like
data on
judging
this.
you.
I don't think it's possible to. I think if you care about that, you care about it deeply.
I wouldn't ask that on a first date.
If you're asking about it on like just meeting somebody, like on a date, I think that's
Then you
extreme.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
guess.
person of
Yeah.
extreme.
Like I would never ask that on a date.
No.
Be like, what's your sign?
No.
No.
So, but the premise behind all this is that everybody that's born in a certain like 30-day span has the exact same personality traits. Do you think that's true?
No.
No. Well, so we'll get into this later. But like your chart, like your birth chart goes. Oh God, I'm gonna sound.
Madeline made us all give our information.
She
to
has my chart, dog. My future is in
Chinese
your hands.
astrology.
This is about to be like so bad for me, but like your birth chart goes deeper than just the day you were born. So it goes. There are, and this is. I want it out there that this is beyond my level of expertise, but like, just because. I'm a Taurus. So Big T and I are the same sign. We're both Tauruses. But
Tauri. I don't know if that. I don't
But-
know if that's correct.
because of how, but like, I don't think a lot of people would be like, yeah, Big T and Mad Dog, literal twins.
No, I say that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a.
So, but it's like, it goes deeper. So it's like, that's your sun, but then like your moon comes out in certain ways, and then your rising comes out in certain ways. And those are all different signs that align with when you were born. So like, that's why I also had to, oh my God, I also had to ask the guys what time they were born at in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Because that also has to do with it, because it's like, again, where all of the planets line up or whatever.
What about me and Big Cat being born like 12 hours apart?
That's pure. Like I truly think like you guys might be soulmates.
It was written in the stars.
Literally.
Yeah.
It was always going to happen.
It was always going to happen. And so just because your star sign is the same, like there are, again, according to astrology, there are so many other things that factor into your personality and the way you are made up besides just like I'm a Taurus, I'm a Leo, I'm a Virgo.
Okay.
So
If you look at
Yeah.
the stats, this is kind of fascinating to me that like what month or what time of year more people are born.
mhm.
So the most common is Scorpio. If you're Scorpio, you're a basic bitch. 9.6% of the population is a Scorpio.
Well, because then you can kind of like revert back and be like, okay, what's 9 months before October? Or
Winter.
like,
You're snowed in.
yeah. Or like New Year's.
Yeah, you're snowed in. It's cold. Stay warm.
Or Valentine's Day
Yeah, I'd say like New Year's Eve, people be fucking.
into Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, people be fucking. Valentine's Day.
Christmas?
Maybe a little Christmas in there.
Late Christmas?
The least common is Aquarius. 6.3%.
So that's January.
I'm rare. I'm a rare find.
January 20th.
So that means that it was like March,
April, March, yeah.
like spring break.
Spring break. Easter.
Spring break babies don't get seen to term as much as Christmas babies do. Is that what I'm hearing?
A lot of plan Bs going around.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, there's probably something to that.
Yeah, no, it's just so
Like
funny.
spring vacation, you're not necessarily tied down to anybody. You have to go to the pharmacy early the next morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
It seems like winter babies is like when it's cold, cuddle season.
yeah, cuddle season.
Cuffing season.
You're spending time with family. People are taking trips together.
So January babies are the rarest, probably.
Rare. It's like what, late January, early
It's
February?
January 20th to February 20th.
Yeah, we're rare.
Like
Very
that.
few of us. I think that birth month does determine some stuff when it comes to athletics.
That is
now
true.
You're talking Malcolm Gladwell on me.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this before.
Yeah, like if you're born in August, if you're one of the oldest in your grade.
See, I just missed the cutoff. I was the end of August, and so I was the youngest in my grade all the time.
Which made you stronger.
No, I hit puberty last. I was the weakest, but I wasn't old enough to compete in my age. There was no age group for me, so I would always compete in an age group above. And so by the time I got to the point of competing against people my age, I was already ahead.
So you were competing against guys who were like 2-3 years older than you.
Like 1 or 2 years older than me, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was young.
So yeah, that could be a sink or swim thing, or it could be like a little mini version of Danny Almonte, where you're a year older than everybody else in your grade, or like 8 months older. And when you're 11 years old, then it's a big advantage to have that extra like year.
Yeah.
Is that astrology?
No.
That might just be math.
That's math, and that's parents like holding their kids back.
Yeah, that's-
I actually bet you that there's, what is it, Todd Marinovich types that
Yep.
are having kids at certain trying to line up kids having birthdays at certain times of the year. In
Low-key
order.
eugenics.
Yeah.
In order, which is you are not against,
No.
in order to produce, they think, the best athlete.
Yeah. Right now, you're ending. This is like the end of the cutoff if you want to have an old baby.
Yeah.
For whatever grade that it's in.
Do with that what you will.
Got to start.
Yeah.
You got to fuck tonight.
If you're listening to
Yeah.
this,
If you're listening,
We're running out of
they're
time.
listening tomorrow.
Leave,
Is that
leave
still
that
okay?
thing in a little
Yeah,
longer
tomorrow?
if you
Yeah,
want an
tomorrow.
athletic baby.
Yeah. This is so Thursday,
December 19th
December 19th. This is the last day that you can conceive a child
for your Labor Day baby.
to
Clock in.
possibly have a baby that has a small athletic advantage throughout its youth.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfect.
So get to work.
Leave it in tonight, fellas.
She's like,
leave it in.
She's like, oh, I don't really feel like it. He's like, no.
We literally have to have
said we have to.
PFT said we have to.
That's probably could be problematic though.
Yeah.
That's a little rapey.
Also, if you're an NFL player,
Well, not like that.
Literally, PFT said we literally
No,
have
we're
to.
doing
don't
this,
put that on
baby.
me.
Oh, shit.
listen, you know that meme from
Leave it in consensually.
you know the meme where it's like the handsome guy saying like you look nice to the lady at work,
Yeah.
and she's like, oh nice, and then there's an ugly guy saying it, and she's like,
HR.
HR.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I'm the HR telling you to have a baby, but if my voice sounded like Barry White, you'd be like, oh yeah, let's go.
That's facts.
Y'all go home, make sweet love tonight. I can't do Barry White. That was a bad impression. Also, if you're an NFL player and you're listening to this podcast right now, be a good teammate. Tonight's the last night that you can have sex for like 4 months, because otherwise you're gonna have a baby in season and you might have to miss a practice.
Well, but that helps you out, doesn't it?
If you're a receiver, yeah, I think it does.
Hmm.
If you're a receiver, I think if you have a baby, if it's your
Oh,
first
yeah,
baby
'cause
especially.
Yeah.
Cash it.
This is what's bad. Well, it's not necessarily bad, but both the Washington Commanders kickers are having their, I think, first babies today or
Wow.
tomorrow. Pretty crazy. Our kickers are having sex. It's wild. Things are going so right in D.C. Kickers are fucking.
That's wild, actually.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
Not even like different positions. Like
No, it's
that's-
missionary, both of them.
No.
Are there stats out there for that? Can we
Uh,
look that up? The best position to conceive?
Well, there are like, that's a thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Like you do stretches afterwards or something?
She up top, right?
I think she up top is bad.
Is it?
I think.
If
Gravity.
It
Yeah,
says
it's not
it
traveling
says if you
correctly.
are trying to get pregnant, the best positions are missionary and doggy.
All right.
Let's go.
Interesting.
Let's go.
Now you know what to
Um,
do or avoid, fellas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man on top affords the best opportunity for baby making.
Hell yeah.
Ball up top.
There's some other stuff about astrology that I'd like to discuss.
Oh, I want to send y'all this clip. This clip has to be, or will it get? Might be demonetized.
What is
It's
it?
on YouTube. It's the Jubilee. There was a Jubilee on it was astrologists versus astronomers.
I did see that, but I
You
didn't see
saw
the
that
clip.
shit? The clip is comedy. She basically goes, and y'all can play it if y'all want to, but she basically goes, what do you think? It was an astrologist asked an astronomer, well, what do you think about the whole moon phase and how it affects a woman's period? And she goes, well, you know, she kind of explains how it doesn't really make sense. And then she goes, well, you know, I'm a Cancer rising, so, you know, I feel it. And it's like you're talking to a scientist, dog. It's the funniest shit in the world, dog. It's like peak comedy, peak.
Okay, yeah, this chick rocks. You don't understand. She feels the moon.
I'm a Cancer rising.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I wanted to talk about, because I mean, I know Maddie, you into it a little bit, right?
She just
She just walked out for a
She walked
second.
Yeah, she
Okay.
ducked out. But I think if you talk to people that especially work around kids, they will tell you that when there's a full moon, the kids act worse.
Yes, my teachers used to always tell me that in high school.
Yeah.
Like everybody acts insane when it's a full moon because like the water in your body, like it's controlling that. Is that what it is?
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. Like the tides.
Yeah, like it's
your body's having a little mini tide.
Like instead of the ocean, it's like the water in your body.
Yeah, I buy that.
That's told me.
Listen,
No, my teacher in high school used to always.
No,
tell
I
me
think
that.
that's totally real.
if the tides, you know how heavy the ocean is,
Yeah,
much
and
water's
the moon
in
is
there?
fucking with that.
and the moon's fucking with it. It's fucking with your body.
easily. Yeah.
You have to make peace with the moon.
It's so funny to me. It's so fun. I love it.
Isn't it fun?
I know that
It is
babies.
absolutely fun.
Yeah.
If you talk to like nurses or people that work in, the pediatric wing or whatever, I don't know what that be, obgens, they would tell you that when the weather changes, then they have more deliveries.
Huh.
Yeah, women's water starts to break.
Wait, interesting.
Wow.
I do think, Madeline, you inadvertently just hit on the whole crux of this thing when you said, isn't it fun?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yes, sure. But then people take it to be literal and dead ass serious, at which point it is no longer fun, cutesy, quirky. It is, you're mentally ill.
Yeah, so like there'll be people who be like, oh, you're a Virgo? Oh, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? I'm a Virgo. This has nothing to do with nothing. And see, there you go. That's the whole Virgo thing. I'm like, I can't with you, buddy. That shit, you're just not there. It's tough to deal with.
And if you read a list of celebrities who believe and lean heavily into astrology, it does sound like a greatest hits album of all of Big T's least favorite people on the planet.
Yep, I was just looking at that.
So we've got Lady Gaga. She uses her spiritual team to like plan out her tours and any career move. Taylor Swift is on there. You didn't know that Taylor Swift discussed astrology?
Not enough to warrant a spiritual or astrological team.
Well,
no.
it's no, not her. Lady Gaga had the team. Taylor, I'm sure she does it all on her own, but she was talking about her feud that she had with Katy Perry back in 2019.
Yeah.
She said she's like, I'm a Scorpio. Scorpios just strike when they feel threatened. And I was like, well, I'm an Archer. We literally stand back, assess the situation, process how we feel about it, raise a bow, pull it back, and fire.
Well, she
So
doesn't.
it's completely different ways of processing pain, confusion, misconception. And oftentimes I've had this delay in feeling something that hurts me and then saying that it hurts me. You know what I mean?
She does have a song called The Archer.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So her explanation here, that's what I was talking about earlier, where I feel like her talking about astrology in relation to her own life, she's probably thinking about this relationship with Katie in a way that she would not have were it not for astrology. So maybe it can be good sometimes. Also on the list, Beyonce.
Oh, God.
Beyonce, yeah. Virgo season.
Because I love Beyonce.
Virgo season. Drake named his album Scorpion.
Makes sense if you believe that shit.
Yep, it does, doesn't it?
That's why I
Drake
got
be like,
Are you
you're a
wait,
Virgo.
Arian? Are you saying that he's feminine?
No, I didn't say that. I said that. He's just not logical.
Okay.
Kendrick plotted on this man for years, and it was just unassuming. He had no idea. He got his ass mopped.
It's because he's a Scorpio,
Yeah.
you know.
Such a Scorpio thing to underestimate.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yep.
A Taurus would have seen that coming from a mile away.
Mile away.
Yeah, they would.
Wait, explain. We have a hand gesture.
It's a bull. That's the sign of the Taurus, is the bull.
Oh, it's a double. You do two hands for the bull.
Oh,
it's
instead of like this?
It's like a super horns.
Yeah, I would do the USF.
Yeah. What's the difference between USF and
I guess
UT?
Texas too. Yeah.
So you went straight USF with that.
I like this one.
Yeah, when I think of this, I think of USF actually.
That's actually. I know that you didn't mean it this way, but that's a great slap in the face of Texas fans.
Yeah. Also, you called them UT. They're officially designated as TEX by the SEC.
That's true. That's true.
They're
You
not
think
UT.
of horns up as USF?
Well, because she said Bulls and USF
Got
is the
it.
Bulls.
Okay.
If you showed me this hand gesture and said what college football team is that, I would say Texas.
Okay.
But because she said Bulls, it made me think of South Florida, which is not in South Florida.
You're just firing shots at everybody.
Yeah.
Big T.
Well, it's an interesting fact about it. It's
every college is shit except for
It's
Tennessee,
in Northwest Florida.
You know, insult facts about most.
That's not insulting. It's just an interesting tidbit.
It isn't. Yeah.
It's in Tampa. That's not in South Florida.
Yeah. What do you think about Alabama?
Hate them.
Okay.
That's different.
Any interesting facts about them?
They have a song that says repeatedly it's about Tennessee, and they try to defend the fact that they think it's about Alabama.
Yeah. What about Kentucky?
Hate them too.
Fun
They stole the checkerboard like 80 years after Tennessee started using it because of a horse that they say, well, we have horse racing here, so the checkerboard, and now they still use it, which is the most embarrassing thing like ever.
Let's go. What about the Florida Gators?
Hate them too.
Fun fact.
One of their star players killed several people.
Yeah, it's true.
What?
Another guy on that same team was a huge racist.
Oh.
Had Cam Newton there. He stole a laptop and left. Very interesting. Interesting team there.
I could just listen to this the whole episode.
Yeah,
I'm down to do the whole SEC. Honestly.
yeah, all right.
Do you do small liberal arts colleges, Division 3?
Ithaca, I don't have any fun facts on Ithaca.
Miami, Ohio.
Bob Iger went there. That's your new fun fact.
Rapist Ben
Yeah.
Roethlisberger went there.
Did you really?
Yes, Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh yeah.
I saw something about Bob Iger. Bob Iger was the nappy-headed hose, John, wasn't he?
Oh no, that was not.
Who was that?
Oh,
Bob
you're
Iger.
thinking of
Imus.
Don Imus. Yeah.
Bob Iger.
Very different.
Bob
guy.
Iger runs Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He went to Ithaca. Shout out.
All right, so Big T, tell me about Auburn. You got any fun facts about
Auburn, I've always had a healthy respect for Auburn. They're I don't dislike Auburn. I like Bruce Pearl. And I like what they're doing over there for the most part.
Okay.
They the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
So when they got Cam Newton, any thoughts about that?
No, I don't. Good for them.
Okay.
Won a national title. Drug Gene Chiswick's ass to a national title. That's how talented that guy was.
Yeah. All right. A&M.
Weird people.
Mm-hmm.
Just a really it's a cultish vibe.
Mm-hmm.
They do some weird stuff. If you're not familiar, look into the Texas A&M Yell Leaders traditions. You'll find some interesting stuff in there.
That seems like Illuminati to me.
It's weirder than the Illuminati.
They've got like localized Illuminati.
Yeah,
like regional Illuminati.
I would love to go to a midnight yell practice one time I think it'd be entertaining.
So their dog, Reveille.
Fun fact, highest ranking member of the Corps of Cadets on campus.
That's true. It's like a corporal or something.
Like the guy in charge of the whole thing is below the dog.
Yeah, the dog is in charge of everything. If the dog barks in your class, then you get to leave, I think. But yeah, it's got
that rocks.
The dog has a military rank.
Where did y'all have the thing where everybody just kind of innately knew and it became like passed down by word of mouth that if a teacher wasn't there for 15 minutes, you could leave?
Yes.
Yeah. How does everyone just know that?
I don't know. Like, where did
I've
that
never heard
start?
one.
Oh, yeah, because like if a professor would be like 5 minutes late, people would be like, if they're not here in 15, everybody can leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Same thing. Have you ever heard that if someone dies during a final, everyone gets an A in the class?
Yeah, if a student commits,
Yeah.
then their roommate gets an A, like straight A's for the semester.
Oh, I heard free tuition on that one.
Yeah, so I think that's an urban legend.
Yeah.
There was a movie that came out that, man, the late 90s, early 2000s rocked, but there was some movie about like a freshman in college, and he heard this fact, so he spent the entire semester trying to get his roommate to commit
Oh my god.
to get the straight A's. But it was a comedy.
Oh, okay.
The 90s rocked. 2000s rocked. That's the entire premise for the movie. Also believing in astrology, Angelina Jolie. She does Buddhist astrology.
I got a thing for her.
Same.
Really?
Yeah, I got a thing for Angelina Jolie, dog.
I haven't seen her recently, but
I might if
Yeah.
she asks me my sign, I might entertain that shit.
She just got nominated for a Golden Globe. She'll be back in the spotlight.
I'm a
This
Virgo,
year.
baby girl.
What is she? I feel like I haven't heard anything from her in a long time. What is she doing?
she's been a little too quiet.
She is in a movie called Maria about a famous opera singer. And she's apparently like got to get nominated for an Oscar for it.
As
Good
she
for
should.
Yeah.
I bet she's still a fox.
I mean, yeah,
hey,
I mean,
She's
she's
beautiful.
definitely had plastic surgery, Arian.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. You know,
I mean,
But probably good plastic surgery.
has she
yeah.
really though?
Yeah, she's so famous.
Give me an update
Yes.
pic. Give me an updated
here,
pic.
I'll send one to you.
Yeah, send me
Yeah,
an
drop
updated
it in the group chat.
Okay, everyone. Okay,
Bonk.
bonk.
I had a big crush on her back in when I was a younger man.
Yeah, that's.
But I haven't
one
seen
of
her
them-
in a while.
Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
That's one of them ones, yo.
Yeah. Ariana Grande is very interested in astrology,
That also doesn't shock me.
but she tries not to make rash judgments based on their signs, on people's signs.
There you go.
That's a healthy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, she and the other woman from Wicked are friends on the Co-Star Astrology app, which is the Chinese data mining thing Madeline made us sign up for.
Oh, that's the Ariana Grande app?
Yeah.
So now Ariana Grande
That's
will know
the
what's
photo you
happening.
just
Angelina Jolie looks good.
I
How
mean,
old is she
you can
now?
tell us there, but
She's 49.
People
Wait,
make
she's only
bad decisions
She's
all the time.
49?
Oh, she's so young.
I would have guessed older.
Yeah.
49.
so.
Well, because
Definitely.
I'm a
Brad
fan. If she's
Pitt-
looking for a young, you know what I'm saying, not super young, but kind of young stallion, I'm in the market.
Brad Pitt is 61. That's probably why you thought she was older.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, see, she need to come back down. You know what I'm
So the
saying?
celebrity that Arian was with was not Angelina Jolie.
It was not.
We can
True.
knock that out.
I
Mark
fuck
it off
with
the
that.
list.
As a-
I
I'm
might-
so
I
mad.
might have
For
let that cat out.
Christmas.
Christmas.
For Christmas.
It's
Will you
Christmas.
tell us?
Come on, you're
Huh?
Santa right now.
Christmas. It's all I want for Christmas.
No, I don't kiss and tell. I'm a gentleman.
This is bullshit.
Just give us one
You've
clue.
told us so much
Yes.
worse shit than
Yes.
that.
Give us
I
one clue
haven't
for
told
Christmas.
you. It's not worse. It's good. Why would I tell
No,
you?
I know, but I'm saying like you've told us way
Scandalous.
Way more
juicier
personal.
I
shit than
don't
that.
kiss and tell, brother.
All right.
don't
I guess
kiss
we'll
and
just
tell.
never know. I
One
guess.
clue for Christmas. For
One
the people
clue?
out there. Not for us, for the listeners. It's a podcast. They want to be
All right.
engaged.
One clue. She's a woman.
Oh, that's
boo.
bullshit.
Boo. Boo.
Hey, you know, it is what it not all tales are y'all tales. You know.
The worst part is if we guess it, he won't even tell us if it's right.
I know.
We could have already guessed it.
I bet I have.
Yeah, you haven't, but
Who knows?
She's still alive?
yeah, she's still alive.
An alive woman.
That's not a crazy ask out of PFT.
That's true.
What does that
No,
mean?
not at all.
Like, because Arian likes older women.
Yeah.
Given my background, yeah. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Sabrina Carpenter, also into astrology.
Queen.
Maybe
Super.
it's not that bad then. I like astrology too.
Super into astrology. She said, I've met a lot of people and then I'll get to know them, then do more research, and I'm always fascinated by how accurate it is.
I've always said that.
Gotta do your research, y'all. Gotta do your flat earthers do their research. It's like you gotta do your research.
Oh, she's a Taurus. Let's see when her birthday is.
I believe it's May 11th, if I'm correct.
That's jail.
It was May 11th.
That's a little
Yeah.
stocky. That's a little stocky, man.
How did you know that?
Because she's 9 days younger than me.
Oh,
Interesting.
So specific.
I'll be willing
Like
to
in the same
overlook
year.
that.
Like we're
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
only 9 days apart. And I
Yeah.
thought that was kind of
Okay,
fun.
yeah, that actually
It's
does
like
make
how
sense.
I know
Okay.
LeBron James's birthday is January.
No,
or sorry,
December
December 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she knew that one.
I-
I know Derek Jeter's
Yeah, that-
birthday, so.
but LeBron's LeBron.
Right.
Damn, I don't even know my family's birthday. Y'all are
Damn.
tripping, yo.
You know
I
any
do.
famous people's birthday, Big T?
I gotta be reminded.
No, I was just Googling famous people whose birthday is the same as mine.
I know.
I have-
Actually, I do know one of mine because
Who?
it's my birthday though. Dave Chappelle.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
good one.
Yeah, if it's the same birthday, you
Birthday
can.
buddy.
Yeah,
You can know
because
that.
I've scrolled online for years, and when it's my
Mhm.
birthday, they be like, "Happy birthday, Dave Chappelle."
There's one on here. There's not a lot of star power on my birthday, but there is one that I think Madeline McKenzie would appreciate. Avia from the Shaytards.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, Baby Tard?
The Utah, the
Well-
YouTube family.
The Utards?
That's not
I can't believe that they were allowed to
Baby
to,
Tard.
to be named that.
Insane.
Baby Tard. What were the other names? Sister Tard. Oh God. Do you guys know who the Shaytards are?
No.
No,
It was a Mormon
Yeah.
family that was like the most famous vloggers on YouTube basically for a long time, and they named their family the Shaytards, and each of their kid was a different
Like nicknamed
Yes.
Tard.
and then the dad ended up going down for like a cheating scandal.
Yep.
But he's still with the wife, and I think they've kind of tried to make a comeback.
Yes, they are currently. Mommy
Yeah.
Tard, Son Tard, Princess Tard, Baby Tard, Rock Tard, Bro Tard.
Oh, Rock Tard was
Rock
awesome.
Tard?
No, he was the best.
Mommy Tard, Daddy Tard, yeah.
I gotta learn about these people.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're
Fascinating.
That is a genre of like online influencer.
We could do an episode on that.
the
family vlogging.
well, no, I mean like the husband who cheated, and now they're making things work.
Yeah.
That's like a genre of people out there where it's like we're showing you how we're communicating and building back trust and
And the wife is really hot,
yeah.
or at least she was 10 years ago.
They popped up on my For You page recently.
Also, another celebrity who is a bad person who believes in astrology, Hitler.
Oh,
Yikes.
Hitler.
I'm back out.
Sorry,
But Sabrina
Sabrina.
Carpenter.
damn.
Ask me at the end, and I'll have made my final
He's
decision.
got to wait until all the facts
Yeah.
come out. Yeah. Hitler had like an astrologist that he would use to just read shit about him and try to make. He'd turn whatever they said into, okay, who should I invade next, and what other people should I lock up and put in concentration camps. So basically, you can take from astrology what you want to take from it. But the British, they hired an astrologer to give them what Hitler's chart was. They did not because they were trying to figure out insights about Hitler's personality, but they did it to try to see the information that Hitler was getting, and then they could anticipate what moves Hitler would make based on his astrology that he would hear.
Know thy enemy.
Know thy enemy. Sun Tzu.
Horrible
Art of
book.
War.
That might be the most overrated book of all time.
Nope.
But you have to consider when it was written.
I don't.
Now, obviously, it's trash, but it was written thousands of years ago. I'm sure back then that was groundbreaking literature.
I don't think it was. I mean, people were still people back then.
I mean, somebody had to be the first to say this stuff.
I don't think he was.
Well, I don't know, but it seems like he gets a lot of credit for it.
To us. Back then, he was probably like, yo, this book trash.
You didn't even read it. You can't speak on it.
I read the first part of it. Dog shit.
Yeah, imagine if people 4,000 years ago or whenever that was written were like, this thing sucks. And then it became one of the most famous books ever.
It happens a lot. Karl Marx, nobody gave a shit about what he was writing about while he was alive at all. And then when he died, boom, cut blew up.
Happens to painters sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite book was written by John Kennedy Toole, Confederacy of Dunces.
Oh, I'm reading this book right now.
And he died before his book was even published. His mom found the manuscript in his attic, I think, and then took it to Tulane University, gave it to their creative writing chair or whatever, and he didn't want to read it, but he was like, sure, I'll read the first page. And he was like, holy shit, this is really good.
So that's what happened with this, right? So, boom, I'm reading this book right now. It's by my bedside. It's called The Book of Disquiet by Fernando Pessoa, and it's like a collection of this dude's thoughts and feelings and like just about life, random shit. And it was like in a chest. They found it in a chest, and then he died. He was just a regular cat, died. They found it, put it all together, published it. Man's blew up. All of a sudden, he an author. Cold.
Yeah, this shit happens all the time. If you get discouraged about something, just think maybe one day, it could be in the very distant future, people will appreciate what I did.
Like I was ahead of my time. You might be. So keep on chugging.
Maybe in 500 years, people will compile your tweets into a book.
No, don't do that.
And that'll become a source of wisdom for people.
For wisdom, yeah. That would be fucked up.
The Art of War, but it's spelled W-O-R.
When I get off Twitter, I'm deleting all my tweets before I do.
Are you?
Yeah.
When Arian makes it to Blue Sky.
I'm gonna download.
No, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Maybe in the next like 2-3 years, I'm gonna get off Twitter. I'm over kind of social media in general.
People say that all the time.
That's true, but I'm not really on social media a lot. Twitter I use for like news and stuff like that, but like I'm not on the gram too much.
Has anybody downloaded Blue Sky? Big T?
You couldn't pay me.
Don't you want to see what they're saying?
I do not.
I considered doing it, but not for political reasons. Because X is just, it's too many bots. And the bots are getting crazy.
It's getting wild.
Like the replies to posts where it's like it seems like it's an actual reply. Like that's written in somewhat clumsy English sometimes, but they're like responding to whatever it is that you posted in a way that makes sense, and it's instant. And I started to use the AI thing on X, the Grok. If you click those like 3 dots at the top of a post to like summarize what the post is, every single time I've done it, it's actually been scary accurate in a weird way. Like, okay, so yesterday, shout out to Clem. Clem tweeted a picture at me of a heavily seasoned Dorito. And he said something like, look at this monster. I don't even know if I can take this thing down. Because
I saw that.
I like heavily seasoned Doritos. I like pictures of them. And so I clicked on the I reposted, and then I clicked on the Grok summation. I was like, I wonder if Grok can figure out what the fuck we're talking about here. And Grok gave a completely accurate description of why we were having this interaction about the Dorito. Pretty wild. Like, very obscure thing. But so all the bots and shit, the porn bots, the
porn bots is wild. Like, my DMs be flooded with like, hey, looking for a hot date tonight. And I was like, why is this a thing? I've never clicked on none of y'all links. Why am I a candidate for this?
And there's also a bunch out there that are just farming engagement so that they can make money off the bots.
But see, that to me, that's the thing that ruined Twitter to me, was when he made the blue check marks accessible, and then he made, purchasable. And then he made it so that, your engagement, you can get money off your engagement. So now, like, a lot of the time I'll be flooded with, hey, what do y'all think about this? You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's just like, here's, satisfying video of it. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, where it's just cats not even like engaging in any kind of real social commentary. It's just people trying to get people to come to their page. I hate that shit.
Yeah, or a video that came out 7 years ago that they post and they're acting like it's brand new and it's theirs.
Yeah.
There's some weird shit going on there. Did you guys know that in Japan it's more common to use blood type than astrological signs?
Now we're talking.
But it's also not, it's pseudoscience. There's really nothing to it. But
at least if I die, she can hold me down or not. You know what I mean?
That's true. Do you know your blood type, Arian?
No. I should know.
Yeah. I've
got enough blood drawn.
I think I'm a B. What are you, Big T?
I have no idea. Is B the super rare one?
No, I'm not super rare. I thought B was a common one. I'm not sure.
O is the most common, I think.
B?
AB negative is the rarest blood type, which occurs in less than 1% of the U.S. population.
Universal donor, right?
O positive is the most common.
Those are confident, strong-willed, and competitive. On the negative side, they can be very selfish, arrogant, and aggressive, according to the study of Japanese blood. Ketsuiki Gaka. That's what they call it.
Nailed it.
Yep.
I would pay to hear you say that.
Ketsuiki Gaka.
Yeah.
Madeline / Mackenzie, could either of you tell me what the hell it means when Mercury is in retrograde and why that matters for anything?
I don't know the exact definition, but like anytime something is going like wrong or like things are out of sorts, people are like, oh, I checked Mercury's in retrograde, like classic.
Yeah.
But I don't know the exact, I can look up what it exactly means.
So it's when the planet Mercury appears to travel backwards across the sky. And
what do you mean backwards?
Is that precession? Is that what they call?
It's retrograde, is I guess what they call it.
Mercury retrograde is an optical illusion that occurs when the planet Mercury appears to move backward in its orbit around the sun as seen from Earth.
To those who practice astrology, these times were traditionally associated with confusion, delay, and frustration.
I'm so confused as to why Mercury is going backwards.
Yeah. Wait, when is that happening again?
I can tell you. I have the dates for 2024 and 25.
This is the crux of why this is all bullshit to me.
We're in it right now.
Oh, it's in retrograde.
We certainly are.
13th to the 1st.
That's why we're so confused about astrology.
Right. Yeah, it says common themes during Mercury retrograde: miscommunication, travel delays, tech issues, revisiting the past.
Travel delays around the holidays.
Big
That's
T,
gonna be bad.
I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at. That's from last year.
Yeah, I saw it actually just ended.
Yes.
It was November 25th to December 15th. So we should be regaining
We made it.
our senses, our wits about us.
Good.
So
Yeah.
this was a little thing that I found. So and like broke it into like categories, right? So there's zodiac signs. The zodiac is divided into 12 signs, each representing 30-degree segment of the 360-degree ecliptic, whatever the fuck that means. And then here's the signs. There's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, associated with energy and passion. Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, practical and grounded.
Yeah.
Air, she said, yeah. Air,
Yeah.
Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, intellectual and communicative. Water, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, emotional and intuitive. And then let's see the second part. Here you go. This is the birth chart. The map of the sky at the exact time of the location of birth includes there's a sun sign represents core identity and ego. Moon sign governs emotions and inner self. Rising sign, ascendant, reflects how others perceive you. Positions of planets, Mercury, Venus, Mars, indicate influences in different life areas. The planets and their meanings. Each planet symbolizes an aspect of personality or life. The sun is your identity and vitality. The moon is your emotions and intuition. Mercury is communication, thought, processes. Venus is love and beauty. Mars is action and aggression. Jupiter is growth and luck. Saturn is discipline, challenges. Uranus is innovation, change. Neptune, dreams, spirituality. Pluto, transformation, power. All right, I'm almost done. The next part is houses. The birth chart is divided into 12 houses, each governing specific life areas, career, relationships, health. The planets in these houses influence the associated life aspects. So, like, people believe that shit?
Mm-hmm.
That shit is, like, I'm reading this shit like in what way is the position of Mars when you born affect your personality? Like, I need this explained to me rationally.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It
I
just
don't know the
does.
answer.
That's the answer. Is it just does.
It's just the vibes.
It's the vibe behind it. Yeah.
It's definitely a vibes type. Like astrology is based on vibes.
Yeah, and you like to think that there's reasons why things happen.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason.
It's
Because
kind of like
the human mind can't grasp the utter
Certain
chaos
things,
that
yeah.
is the universe.
it's like the same thing with religion. Like it gives a sense of like purpose and like a why.
Yeah.
That's a great comparison,
Thanks.
actually.
J.P. Morgan was a big astrologist guy, too.
Really?
Yeah, and he had his own personal astrologist. He said millionaires don't use astrology. Billionaires do.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, get your money up,
That's-
not your funny up.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Talk
Yeah.
to him, Maddie.
Yeah.
Those are bars,
Those are bars.
isn't it? Like you hear it and you're like, oh, fuck. He's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's right.
Big T, you back in?
I haven't decided if I'm in or out yet.
He would use astrology to help him with his trades, with his investments. It worked for him. He also allegedly used an astrologist to tell him not to get on board the Titanic because he was a part owner of the ship. And
How about we do this?
He was going to go on the maiden voyage, and he canceled his trip allegedly because his astrologist advised him not to.
Let's as a podcast put together like, I don't know, X amount of dollars and let's invest it via astrology.
Ooh. How would we like? I'm missing the part where it's like, okay, we're in Taurus season, so I'm gonna invest in.
Yeah, what does
Microsoft.
astrology tell us to?
I'm missing
invest
that
in?
couldn't tell
part
you,
of the
but
puzzle.
if Mans is making investments because of his astrology charts, I'm sure there's a rhyme or reason, or somebody could tell us, okay, we put it together. I say we all
Okay.
boom, we have X amount of dollars, we all committed to it, and then let's just do it's a little experiment. Let's
How about
invest.
this? How about we'll invest some money into it, but one person has to manage it because you can't do the astrology with like more than one person. It has to be one person's task.
Whoever has the best sign for said investment, right?
Yeah, can we look that up?
Yeah.
My astrology chart is Nancy Pelosi's trades. That's the star sign I go by.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she okay?
I don't know.
She took a spell.
I hope so.
Yeah.
What or
took a
wouldn't,
trouble.
Big T?
And
She's way too old.
She's recovering right now, Arian.
I see what you're going for, but she's too old. She's like 85.
Pop them dentures. I have a good night, Big T.
Okay.
You're out of your mind.
Wait, was it a politician that you slept with, Arian?
AOC. AOC.
Yo.
Hey, yo. Nah.
Okay, so there's a couple. Capricorn, Taurus.
Okay, you're a Taurus.
Bulls up.
Bulls up, me and Big T. Virgo, Leo,
Okay,
and Scorpio.
all right.
That's all of them.
No, there's 12.
That was like 7.
I'm seeing Taurus a lot.
All right, so we'll go Taurus. So Big T and Mad Dog can co-manage
I'll
this
let
investment.
Mad Dog do it.
Okay.
Well, no, here's what we'll do.
I'm not gonna
Using, I think, like maybe once. What do you think? Once a week we make trades, or once a month we make trades?
Weekly's a lot.
once a month, because then that's when the signs will turn. The 20th of every month is when when the next sign comes up.
Why is that the
an
case?
astronomist?
I don't know.
I mean, an astrologer.
Astrologer? Well, yeah.
I think we just read whatever our chart is telling us at that time, and then you guys use that information, and then use your own brains to be like, oh, what type of company would they be discussing here?
Yeah. Okay. So I just Googled how to use astrology to invest in stocks.
It sounds like you'll get some good reputable
The
websites.
people who have written stuff about this should be in jail.
Yeah,
Like,
that's an extreme.
All right, so wait, Mad Dog. So when I first got introduced to astrology, it would be like in the paper, here's a blurb about Aquarius, and it would give
Yeah.
you like a list of things to be on the lookout for.
Yeah.
So I think once a month, you and Big T should read one of those things. Just one like blurb or article about what to expect if you're a Taurus right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then take the words that they tell you and then think what could the stars be telling us through these words? Like if it says this will be a very fruitful month for us, then you can be like, maybe they're talking about apple. Apple's a fruit.
Oh, okay, I got you. So it's like in January, if we come back to this next month and it's Aquarius season, then I'm going to read the Aquarius thing.
No, you're going to read the
Hours.
horoscope for Taurus. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay. I'm going to set a reminder for the 20th of every month.
Okay.
How much we putting in?
How much you want to put in, Arian?
For the experiment, I'm down. I'm down for everybody. Down like a bill. A bill? Good.
Is that 100?
Yeah.
You can do more than that.
Is
Oh.
it too much? I mean, I can't. I want everybody comfortable. I want the pot of macrodosing to be
I think Arian, you and I, we seed the pot,
okay.
and then how about the three of them? They keep whatever profit.
Oh my God, how sweet.
I'm in.
I mean, that sounds kind of shitty, like a shitty deal for y'all.
Yeah.
I'm interested for the experiment.
Big T hates socialism.
He does.
I tell you what,
If opt out, and this will just be for Maddie.
No. If I don't have to put any money in, I will give y'all each 25% of whatever profit I earn.
Well, you don't have to do that, but I appreciate.
But no, but I will do that.
I'll put in 500 if you want to put in 500.
I'm in.
Whoa.
Okay. All right. So we have $1,000 investment pool.
This is like a lot. Okay.
Y'all do your thing with, and
Just accidentally became important at work, and it's ruining my life.
I just want the updates astrologically. I want the moves to be backed by your astrological data.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
We're doing this because Taurus says to do this. I want to see that, and then we'll just keep tabs on it and see where the investment goes.
Oh, Aaron, you want me to read into something? Yeah.
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 That's
let
the
me
whole
go.
point of this. This is
Yeah.
this is a scientific
go.
experiment. This is an experiment.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
Okay. So create a portfolio on an online trading platform.
And like, I totally know how to do that.
Yep.
And I've done it plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
But
No, I actually do.
Okay, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't.
Trade.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It's not hard.
Like E-Trade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or
cool.
like Robinhood or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I can do that. right?
We could do it.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Okay, so Friday, December 19th is your first investment.
The 20th.
So it's what's happening on that day.
Oh yeah, I guess you'd have to read it on Saturday. It might be Tuesday. Why do we do it on
Should we start in
On,
the
like,
new year?
the day that we get back? Yeah.
the new year.
The day that we get back. Tell us what
I'm just gonna send it to you right now, so I don't, cause I'm gonna forget.
what the stars are telling you to do.
Okay.
All right, so what have our charts told you about us?
Okay. So hold on. Okay. Let me get in here.
I have big T's.
Okay. So what do our charts tell us?
Okay. So first up, I'm gonna go with Big T. Because okay. So Big T is a Taurus sun, which, as we have said, is the same as me. So what the sun does is the sun is basically your your ego and your pride and your overall attitude. Okay?
Is that how you express yourself to the world?
So no, it's
Oh.
more of like your personality, and
Okay.
that's more your moon sign, they say, is sometimes what you express more outwardly.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
so yeah. But so Big T and I have the same sun sign. We're both in Taurus. And so basically what the Taurus is it's a very creative and indulgent lifestyle, and they are thought to be very stubborn, which I feel Big T has.
Okay, but what you just did, classic.
What did I do?
You skipped right over indulgent lifestyle.
I feel that Big T likes
Big
nice things in life.
Does Big T have would you say you have an indulgent lifestyle, Big T?
No.
But I also said creative,
Yeah.
and we are in a creative thing.
You're just gonna list a bunch of random adjectives that could describe most people.
Well, what do you want me to do?
No, it's not your fault. I'm just saying, that's totally me. I'm totally stubborn.
But you
They
are
got me.
okay. The three things that they say are Taurus are stubborn, loyal, and grounded. I do feel like you are those things.
Right, but like literally almost anyone could find a way to apply those words to themselves.
But that's not the fun. The fun isn't poo-pooing it.
Yeah, you're poo-pooing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
No,
know,
they've
wait till the end and defecate on it.
they've got me clocked.
I was poo-pooing it too, to be fair. Well, stop poo-pooing.
Okay. You just got to lock in. You just have to like know this isn't real and just lock in. Okay. So that's your like overall personality. And then your moon. So then your moon is the parts of yourself that you sometimes don't express with like words and whatever, but you kind of feel like deeper and emotionally. And yeah. So that's that. And you are an Aries moon. So that means that you are
I knew it.
exactly. And also sometimes people will mistake someone. So like if someone was like, oh my God, Big T is such an Aries, sometimes that's because people will see what you're expressed as with your moon sign, because your moon sign is sometimes how your
Right.
emotions come out.
So
That's
if
the
you guess
outward.
if you guess wrong the first time on what they actually are, there's a secondary.
Yeah.
I had your moon.
Well, because your outward
That's what it
expression
was.
is one thing, while
Called
your
cold,
inward
Your
expression-
soulful
reading, Big
expression.
T. Yeah, it's called
Got
cold
it.
reading. Yeah.
Got it.
We poo-pooing, but you on.
There's plenty of options.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I had your moon. It's been a rough day.
Damn, my fault. I led with the sun. I'm gonna lead with the moon next time.
Mm-hmm. And so your Aries moon, it says that you are known to be emotionally responsive and impulsive, and you lead with fiery passions over logic or reason.
Emotionally responsive, Big T.
That's what it says.
I don't know about that one.
So then we go to your rising. I'm not going to
Yeah,
get into like
the man coined the term whelmed.
yeah.
Can we get that on a shirt?
Yeah, you want to make a shirt over it?
Ah,
Yeah, we
absolutely.
should have done that a while ago.
Yeah.
So it was actually a female listener that hit me probably like 3 days ago. She's like, I need whelmed on a shirt. And I was like, you know what? How is that not on a shirt?
Yeah,
Big
I
T,
can text
Can
her
you
now.
explain to the people, because it's been a while, what's your deal with whelmed?
Whelmed is when you are not overwhelmed or underwhelmed.
Mhm.
You're doing average. You're whelmed, which is a
actually
good spot to be.
It's doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get too high, get too low.
Stay medium.
Mm-hmm.
I've stayed medium since 7th grade.
Yeah, you're whelmed.
Not by choice, but yeah.
Yeah, size. Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
Shirt ASAP. I'm rocking that bitch.
Okay, I'll do some work on that.
On it.
Okay. So then you're rising. I'm going to do your guys' big 3. I'm not going to go into like your house of whatever the hell. I don't know all of those things. I'm not an expert in this. I'm just doing my best. So then you're rising. So your rising goes back into Taurus. So
real quick. 50. You know who was like hella big into this, and I went on his podcast?
Who?
Ricky Williams.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's into the spiritual stuff.
He did my whole chart, bro.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he knew I was a skeptic. I was sitting there like, he was like, I know you don't believe, man. I was like, I don't.
So this is also when I told you guys like you needed your birth time. That's because your rising sign can change every 2 hours.
Of course it can.
Of course. Of course it can.
But like if you were born at 10 a.m. versus 3 p.m., your rising sign would end up differently. So that's why I needed your rising. Or that's why I needed your time of birth. And your rising is the energy that you actually, remember when I said it was your moon? I meant your rising. That was the vibe that people pick up on and notice right off the bat. Rising signs also represent the way that we carry ourselves, process information, and connect with others. So, okay. So your rising is Taurus.
Let me guess what this is going to say.
Okay.
It's going to say you're in tune with your emotions,
No.
but you don't allow them to control you.
No.
Okay.
That's something someone would say, though.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not what this says. So a rising Taurus exudes grace and sophistication, 2 things that I always connect to Big T.
That nigga is sophisticated.
And you handle business with a sweet disposition.
Yep.
So true.
I would say I have a sweet disposition most of the time.
That's how you handle your business, though? I feel like you handle your business cool, steely, calm, collected.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's Big T. Again, I don't know. It's fun.
Okay.
PFT?
I wouldn't say that anything that you said about Big T was insane.
Correct.
But it was also kind of everybody.
Yeah.
But okay, so we can compare it to like what your birth chart is.
Okay.
So, PFT. You are an Aquarius. Your sun is an Aquarius. And so, like I said before, you are fundamentally unconventional and anti, which kind of fair.
Huh? Wait, this is how I feel on the inside.
Yeah. So this is
The
your
sun.
ego.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It also says that you like to seek out unique ways to problem solve and approach life.
Yeah, if that means like incorrect sometimes, yeah.
But like you have a unique approach to your life.
Okay.
And you are also known to be intellectual and innovative. You feel the need to distinguish yourself from others through social status, including platonic and casual friends, along with your hopes, wishes, and dreams.
I distinguish myself amongst friends. I seek to do that.
You tweet better.
I buy old cars.
Yeah. Okay, so then your moon is in Gemini. So it says that you find security and safety through things that you know and are familiar with. And your emotional self is often restless and unsettled.
Okay.
Do you agree?
You find security in things that you're comfortable with?
Yeah. No, that is true.
I know, unique fucking trait.
No, she's absolutely nailing this.
Get on.
It says you are easily bored and need to feel like you are free to be creative and create meaning.
Yeah.
Which can mean you can make you feel like you're in a constant identity crisis.
You gotta find meaning. That's so me.
I feel like I'm making fun of you guys.
I'm like the only person that feels this way. But finally, this Chinese app told me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or Russia, we don't know.
It gets me.
And then your rising is in Pisces, so that's the fish. And then this is.
You just do a fish face.
Yeah.
Aquarius is like water, fish, rising. I'm interested in what this says.
Mm-hmm.
So, you come across as kind, dreamy,
That's so true.
Corey, you see this hair flow in the.
I will sign up for this app.
Imaginative and sensitive. And most of your actions seem subtle and not aggressive, as you may sometimes come off as indecisive.
Is this an app that it just tells you flattering things, and so they're like, hey, $9.99 a month to upgrade to premium?
No.
Like, yeah, I like the app that sucks my own dick. Yeah.
No, because sometimes, so basically, well, no, because it'll tell you what you're having trouble in. So like when you log on, it'll say like power in self, trouble in sex and love. And then
that because they got to make you feel a little bit insecure.
Yeah, and then they send you, if you keep the app, it'll send you a daily like little blurb.
Add 2 pounds to the women's scales in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But it'll send you like a blurb every day, and sometimes it'll be like, you are stronger than you believe, bullshit.
Hell yeah.
And then sometimes it'll be like, get your head out of the gutter. So it'll keep you humble sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of depends on the day, and it'll depend on like what your like what your chart is.
Mm-hmm. Mine today says, let yourself be affected. Do not discount the beauty of the mundane.
I love that.
It's facts.
Yeah.
Let yourself be affected. I'm always
being affected by
I'm
something.
always not letting myself be affected. I need to work on that.
Mine said nothing is too deep for me. So
Okay.
yeah. Also, it says do hole in the wall, a new tattoo. So there's that. Okay, and then
what if you just followed
tell
exactly
you to do a
what it
glory
told
hole?
you?
That's what I heard, dog.
like I think it kind of did.
What?
Nothing is too deep for you. Find a hole in the wall.
I know. I was kind of like, wait, slay? Wait, what?
Jeez.
Wild ass app, man.
Yeah.
I know.
Horny app they got over here.
Okay, so then Arian. So you are a Virgo.
Yeah.
And you are the thinker of the zodiac signs, which
Of course.
you are. And you process information with diligence and use facts to solve problems, which
I would agree. Yeah.
agree.
You got me.
Mm-hmm.
like I
You
kind
do
of
use a lot of facts.
right.
Yep.
It also says you feel the need to distinguish yourself from others through your home and family.
Mm-hmm. It says emotional security too, I'm seeing, which I feel like.
You are responsible, hardworking, and self-sacrificing. Now, if that doesn't describe Arian Foster, I don't know what does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what does.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's your sun. And then
That's
your moon
that's
is in
just the sun. Let's go. Let's get into it.
That's
yeah.
just your sun. So then your Taurus is your moon is in Taurus. Welcome to the Bullet Club.
Of course it is.
You find security and safety through privacy, secrets, and introspection, aka not telling us what the A-list celebrity is you hooked up with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You are deeply loyal to the people you care about and try hard to maintain security and stability within those relationships.
Yeah.
Man.
T, for
They got
real.
you.
You often feel powerless to fix messy situations, but your way of thinking through those things is sensible and practical.
I agree.
Like, wait, why are they kind of reading Arian?
Yeah.
Why is this kind of giving right?
Wait, and then welcome back to the Bull Club because you're also a Taurus rising. Come on now.
Shit. I'm low key. Should I help
Bulls
manage the
up.
portfolio?
Wait, so we got the Tauruses managing the bull market.
Bull market.
It's sitting outside of Wall Street too.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all coming together.
Yeah.
That shit is making so much sense.
The next big short is starting right in this studio. Okay. So then your rising is in Taurus, meaning you come across as highly attuned to practical and material matters, especially pleasure and hedonism.
Damn.
But that same materiality gives people the impression that you are reliable, settled, sensible, and deliberate, though sometimes stubborn.
So you like old Jones, so there you're practical. That makes sense.
You like to have fun too, it says here.
Yeah.
It also says that, wait, 1 second.
Look at that.
Taurus,
Got the
right.
algorithm going nuts.
Yeah.
Not me. I don't like to have fun.
Oh wait, but okay, so you and Arian. Okay, so Arian, you and Big T share the same rising. So I bet that's sometimes why you guys get along so well. Is
Baseball
because
games.
you both have the same sweet disposition that you handle business with.
That's my dog.
Yeah. So then, yeah, I think all of them actually kind of describe you guys,
They nailed it.
and that's your guys' charts for a little bit.
Yeah, I think anybody, if you had mixed those up and then read Big T's for mine for Big T's, Arian for...
I didn't do that, I promise.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it would have made any sense. I think it makes perfect sense right now. I believe in astrology.
I kind of think so. I kind of think
key.
some of you are on that.
Yeah, I love that my house is in Taurus and my moon is in the rising sun of Aquarius or whatever.
Taurus.
Yeah, I love that shit.
I got to get going. I really have to be home. By
you
4.
You got some shit
Get
to.
outta here.
I really got to jet. If you
cover.
guys want to wrap it up, it's all good.
Yeah, man. So all in all, how do we feel about astrology?
Oh, he's coming back. Now he's gone again.
I think it's fun, but like, don't take it too seriously. That's kind of my take.
Yeah,
on
if
it.
you wanna
Like, who
play on your
cares?
app,
Yeah.
and by all means,
Make
be my
yourself
guest.
feel better.
Yeah, like that was fun.
Yeah, no, I actually did enjoy it. It was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it's not like gonna.
Definitely
It's not
bullshit,
how I.
but it's definitely fun.
It's not gonna change how I think about you guys, but like I think it's kind of fun to just be like, oh my god, so true.
It's the conversation starter when you like out and about and you're meeting people and they're like, man, what's your sign? That throws me all the way off because I'm like, what? It doesn't matter what my sign is because all the adjectives associated can be plugged into any sign. So it's like, stop with that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of fun to learn about it and be like, oh my god, I am so like I do have such a sweet disposition. I am grounded to the earth. It's fun.
Sure you are.
I'm going to get a lot
You're
of
definitely on the earth for sure.
yeah. I'm going to get a lot of tweets tomorrow saying how crazy I sound.
Nah, but I think I maybe been too high. I googled it with the 60%. It turns out to be around 22%.
I even think that's high.
That's what the data that I saw. But there's also 22% people who are indifferent. So that could be like, imagine being indifferent about that. I don't know, man. You know, I'm open. To me, throw that in, you looking at like a high 40s. So I wasn't too far off. But all in all, it's definitely bullshit. But have at it, my fellow Macrodosians.
As long as you don't take it too seriously.
Don't bring it up on dates either. Not everybody with that shit.
Yeah, it's weird.
Bring it up on dates, man.
Don't try to read someone on your first date. Yeah.
And, oh, I'm a Gemini. You got a lot. Shut the fuck up with that shit. It doesn't work. It doesn't. That's not a thing. But definitely fun to talk about every now and then. Yeah. So happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. What are we saying, Big T?
We're saying it again. Merry Christmas, Arian.
Trump's back in office. Merry Christmas. You know they can't hide it no more. Christmas is back. Jesus.
I want the Christmas cups back too.
Fuck freedom of religion. Jesus is back, baby. Let's go. Love it.
Jesus is in most of the religions.
You said what?
He's in a bunch of them.
No, he's in like 3. No, he's in 2.
No, he's in 3.
He's in, yeah, okay. He's in 3. But like not as revered. But we don't gotta get
For
into
sure.
that.
Yeah, no, there's the main one and then
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, and then those like subsidiary religions that nobody really else gives a fuck about. You know what I mean? But Jesus is back. So say Merry Christmas to your fellow Muslims and Jewish folk. Have a good holidays. And if you're atheist, put on a Santa cap, drink your drink, enjoy your days, enjoy your family. It's good times, man. It's good times. My whole family coming in town. Y'all got any other plans for Christmas?
Just going home.
I'm gonna see Wicked.
you haven't seen that yet?
No, I told my
I'm
mom I'd wait.
shocked.
I told my mom I'd wait for her to go to Christmas together.
I'm jealous. Listen, I think did I say this last John? Maybe, I don't know. But listen, I have had a track record of disliking musicals. I hate musicals. I think they're corny. It gets kind of weird. I never really liked them. Wicked is so well done.
Did you see it?
And then my kids was like, we gotta go see Wicked. I'm like, all right, fuck it, we'll go. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna like this. They did a great job.
I'm
It is
so
a
excited.
really well done movie, man. And it's the prequel to The Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
The original film. If you haven't seen that, I would recommend seeing that before you go see Wicked.
Oh my god, who hasn't seen Wizard of Oz?
I mean, there's people out there. People got shit to do. But really, I loved Wicked. I loved it. There was a few moments when they were singing, and I know Ariana Grande has one of the highest ranges and like an amazing voice for sure. But shorty, that was
Cynthia Erivo.
Dog, she had a couple notes that I looked over till I was like, yeah, that shit. You know, have you ever had a singer sing something and it hits you?
Mm-hmm.
It hit me, dog.
Well,
When she was singing, when she was singing about going to see the wizard.
Yeah. Well, she's I believe an Oscar away from an EGOT. Like she is the moment.
She cold.
She's very accomplished.
The press one was really awkward, but she cold.
You know whose review of Wicked you should watch who agrees with you?
Oh my God, yes.
Ben Shapiro.
He liked Wicked?
He loved Wicked.
Oh, you got to go watch it.
I thought he was going to say it's woke because the Wicked Witch was black. You know
no,
I mean?
he loves her.
Wow.
You got to go watch it.
Well, the Wicked Witch is technically green.
Ben Shapiro might be going woke. I don't know, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Ben Shapiro review is very funny.
I'm gonna watch it because his review of Black Panther, he hated the fact. Did you see his review of Black Panther? Black people's joy of Black Panther and Wakanda was so big. Ben Shapiro was like, as a joke, Wakanda is not a real place. Like niggas didn't know Wakanda was a real place.
You
bro.
gotta
like,
go watch the
so
Wicked
good.
review.
I'm gonna watch it. I gotta watch it because I'm a fan of Ben Shapiro for comedy purposes. But
Cynthia Erivo is incredible in this role.
That's good. He's like in
So
Hollywood
good.
shit again because he's usually anti. I don't know that much movies that he does like because he's just so anti Hollywood because Hollywood is usually leans liberal. And actually, that movie was about class. It's interesting as to why he would like it's a class struggle. Like that.
I guess maybe that's the mark of a really good movie.
That he didn't understand. There's no way he doesn't understand the underlying tone. The underlying tone is all about class.
No, I'm just saying that he liked it that much.
Could be, yeah.
Like if everyone likes your movie, then it's really good.
Touche. Yeah.
I'm so excited to see it. I already have some songs stuck in my head, and I haven't even seen it yet.
It's fire, dog. It was so dope. You know, you don't know this because y'all don't have kids, but when you go home after a movie and then you put on the soundtrack and all the kids is singing the movie, all the song. That's the vibe it was. It was fire, dog. It was fire. It was a good time for the fam. I hope everybody out there enjoys their Christmas. Hope you get what you want and what you don't need. And enjoy the family, man. Have a couple cocktails for the Macrodosing crew.
Mm-hmm.
Much love, Macrodosians. We'll see y'all. We'll see y'all next year, right?
Yep.
I mean, they will hear from us
One more time.
Yep.
next time.
Yeah, we got a episode.
Or
Embarrassing moments coming out.
No, best of.
Oh,
Best of.
The week of
Embarrassing
Christmas, and then the week of New Year's, we recorded one also today with several people around the office talking about embarrassing stories.
Whoa.
and our own.
There you go. I've never been good with scheduling. All right, y'all.
Arian, what's
That's
the
it.
ball
Signing
score
off
gonna
for
be?
2024?
Oh yeah, Vol score. Saturday.
What's
Against
that?
Ohio State.
What's the UT score going to be in the playoff game?
You know, if I didn't have my kids this weekend, I was gonna go. But I do got them. Let's go. Let's go 31 to 16.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fucking awesome. Sign me up.
I'm in.
That's my score.
All right,
You got a score, Karen?
27-21.
I assume balls.
Oh, obviously.
I got you. Yeah. All right, y'all. Much love. We'll see y'all next year.
Merry Christmas. Love you.
Merry
Peace.
Christmas.